Hello. I packed an extra pair of socks, but stuff still happened. So what's up? A British museum worker did not quite get the memo. Several items have gone missing from the storerooms at the British Museum. This is surprising because normally stolen goods end up at the British Museum. But apparently this one worker didn't get the memo and has since been fired, and now they're trying to recover the materials. It was nothing like super notable, it was like gold and gems and stuff, but nothing that was on display. They were just kind of keeping it for like academic and research purposes, but they still want it back. They're putting together an independent security audit of their practices, and they're gonna make like a strike force to try to get all this stuff back. I don't know. That's the whole story. Don't steal stuff. England. We're gonna regrow teeth. You thought you had teeth, but now you're gonna have teeth. I'm a silly boy this morning, I'm sorry. Researchers at the University of Washington School of Medicine have discovered a way to potentially regrow human teeth, which is wackadoo. Using stem cells, which are like the cells that can become any other kind of cells, they were able to actually convert those into a type of cell that secretes like tooth enamel. Notably, those types of cells are not typically present in human adults. Once your teeth finish growing, they go away so that your teeth don't just keep growing. But if you've got tooth problems, then like you might want some of that good enamel cell. And so grad student Urbane Grandier published a paper saying, hey, yo, this is a good first step. To be clear, this is not happening tomorrow. It was like a proof of concept that they were able to take the stem cell and like make it into this other cell. Like they didn't know if they could do that at first, and they did. So this is not a new treatment that you can get right now. But in the world of dentistry, this could be a pretty cool step towards a new future where it's just like, oh, you got bad teeth? We'll make them better now. And with all of that out of the way, I'm going to talk to you now about pangolins. This is a pangolin appreciation space. So pangolins, they're like a mixture between an armadillo and an anteater, and they've got cool scales and they're good rolly boys. But they're also endangered because they are prime targets for poaching and trafficking. However, a little known global pandemic called COVID-19 gave us a rare opportunity to disrupt the pangolin trade. I am not making this up. An organization called the Wildlife Justice Commission has been working hard doing an undercover sting operation to attempt to topple the pangolin trade, the illegal pangolin trade. The pangolin smugglers. So pangolin traffickers were using normal-ass shipping containers to ship pangolin scales, right? But when COVID hit, it just sort of, stopped the global shipping industry for a bit. And so it got a lot harder to get space in a shipping container, and so they started to get a bit desperate. The Wildlife Justice Commission snuck in and posed as a buyer. They actually sent in a woman who went undercover. They specifically chose a woman because the hubris of these fucking traffickers, they were not as threatened by a woman as they would have been a man. This woman went in and was like, yeah, I'm trying to buy some scales. Let's talk about that. And these dudes just gave up everything. They were like, yeah, here's the scales that I have at this location. It didn't really happen that fast. It's been like a multi-year operation, but now 3 out of 4 of their targets are in jail, and the 4th is on the run, and they're actively closing in on him. One of my favorite parts of this story, aside from pangolins being very great, are the nicknames they gave to the traffickers. It's just the right level of disrespect. So they're going to name these guys, right? They gotta come up with code names. One of them was named Big Mac, because the person who had to come up with the name was hungry at the time. And so they're like, okay, we'll call him Big Mac, because I want a Big Mac. And then, just as a kicker, they named his accomplice Fries. Big Mac and Fries are both in jail. On this day in 1634, Urbane Grandier was executed after being charged with witchcraft. I guess in this case it would have been sorcery, or warlockery. They did the thing that they did to witches. Dude was crispy. But how did we get here? How did he get charged with witchcraft? Let me tell you. So he was a priest, right? And the local mother superior, the big nun in charge, was apparently real into him. She saw him from afar and was like, yo, and she also apparently heard about his sexual escapades. And then he rejected her. After that, her and a bunch of other nuns accused him of bewitching them, sending a demon with them to go do evil shit and seducing them with magic. He was held and tried, and some of the evidence in his trial was a literal signed document that was claimed to be signed by both him and a demon. I'm talking literally Asmodeus. So either he bewitched a bunch of nuns using a demon, or they got something wrong somewhere along the line. But either way, he's no longer with us. Lightning round. Scientists have successfully recreated music being listened to by people by scanning their brains and running it through some AI. Here's the weather. Speaking of AI, ChatGPT's financials are not looking super good, and they're kind of barreling towards bankruptcy. X, formerly Twitter, has now made X Pro, formerly TweetDeck, a paid-only feature. Tech YouTube channel Linus Tech Tips is really going through it right now. With what started with a business scandal has now escalated into Really shitty workplace allegations. Right-wing extremists have doxed the people who were on the grand jury that indicted Trump in Georgia. And speaking of right-wing extremists, the CEO of Target said that they pulled their Pride merch this year because they were caving to the violence of right-wing extremists in their stores. And finally for today, a quick note. I'm going to be taking next week off from Stuff Keeps Happening, provisionally at least. I'm taking a new medication and it's got like a multi-week onboarding process, and I don't quite know what kind of side effects I'm going to be dealing with yet. So I'm gonna wait and see what happens. Bear with me. I'll still be around doing other stuff, but I'm not going to be doing Stuff Keeps Happening until, the end of next week. I also have a new streaming schedule. I'll be streaming on my Twitch every Monday from 2 to 5 p.m., every Wednesday from 5 to 9 p.m., and every Saturday from 5 to 9 p.m. So Monday afternoons, Wednesday evenings, and Saturday evenings, I will see you there. That is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, all that stuff. It really helps. I'm going to, again, be off next week, but I'll be back the week after that, and I'll be doing other stuff. It'll just not be Stuff Keeps Happening. My name is Endeavorance. I'll be back when I'm back. Take care, and be well.